Do you know anything about this coven?
I cannot say, but there is something about them, a darkness, that is known to me.
A darkness? That's a little vague, isn't it?
The coven may be part of a greater evil. Perhaps I intended to fight it.
If you're going to fight, you'll need your sword. I lived in Chaldeum not too long ago. You said you were there with your father?
Yes, he was a diplomat. We had a manor with servants and terraces, all of that. Everything changed when the trouble started. Somehow, rumors spread that my grandfather was responsible for the king's madness. My father's work fell apart. No one would speak to him. He kept believing it will blow over, though.
Did it?
No. I'd rather not talk about it now, if you don't mind. I've work to see to.
The living dead? The Skeleton King? The Khazra? I would not have thought it possible. You have given us all hope. My men, the people of this town, we all owe you a debt of gratitude.
I still have quite a bit to accomplish, I'm afraid.
Nothing that you can't handle, I'm certain.
I really do miss that bard. The way he sang Bartok and Horizon could make a bad man weep and turn his life around.
You're always on about the bard. Tell you what, why don't you learn to sing for us instead of complaining all day?
Well, I'm more of a patron of the arts than an artist.
That, and you have a voice like a wounded quill beast.
True.
When we retrieved the stranger's second sword piece, Magda found us. She's always on our heels. Who is she? She claims to know my mother, but how could that be? Regardless, we must beat her to Wortham in the final piece of the sword.
Again, were I not a happily married man, I'd let her take me on an adventure.
I'm sure she's aching to haul an old Cooper with a bald spot around. Be my guest.
I was thinking...
Don't hurt yourself.
I was thinking that we should try to recruit more soldiers. What happens if we get attacked again?
We just spent a week fighting off hundreds of walking corpses outside our impenetrable gates. We're the hardest bastards within 100 miles. Who's going to attack us?
Hey, come over here. I've got some news.
I don't like what's going on around here. Too many new faces. The dead rising from their graves were no picnic, but at least they kept the strangers away.
Very interesting topic. I sell jewels.
And I suppose that could be interesting. What are you doing so far from Xiansai?
The women. Young ladies chasing me around day and night, begging for a kiss. I had to leave. It was the only honorable thing to do.
I somehow feel that you aren't being entirely truthful with me.
Truth? Never touch the stuff. You are very brave to venture outside the town gates. I hear there are all sorts of dangerous things crawling around out there.
If you consider the Walking Dead dangerous, then I suppose you are correct.
Oh, that's terrible. I only meant the rats and snakes. I can see the fires even from here. Wortham burns. It is only the truly evil who force the innocents to suffer for a battle they have no part in.
I need to take the ferry to Wortham.
I will take you, but beware. Smoke rises from the village.
They're destroying the town! Get out while you can!
One of the men retrieved a strange artifact in his nets. It looked like a hilt of an ancient blade, but I know it must be more. The fisherman argued with me, but I convinced him to leave it in the safety of the chapel, a holy place or a holy relic.
Please! My family's hiding in the chapel with the rest of the townsfolk. We must get to them.
Don't run off! You'll get yourself killed!
He's made his choice.
Fools! You cannot keep the sword from me!
This is bad.
My servants will burn this town to ashes!
I hear something coming.
You saved us. We owe you our lives.
Uncle Deckard and I traveled all over the world in my youth, looking for lost lore and artifacts. It was so exciting, crawling around ancient temples, digging through forgotten crypts. I feel fortunate that Uncle Deckard raised me the way he did, the things I learned from him. But now, I don't know. I see what his obsession with his quest has cost him, has cost us. The Drowned Temple was once known as the Sarsium Emporis. It was the most sacred of their temples, a site where legend claims angels would come to impart their wisdom to the Nephilim.
I seek a sword hilt that fell from the sky. It glows with a powerful magic. Do you know of it?
We found it days ago. I wish we'd never brought it here. Come, I left Virgil to guard it. We will be glad to be rid of it.
I'm going back to Tristram to check on Uncle Deckard.
Something isn't right here.
Damn, it's not here.
While you were on your hero's errand here, I captured all 3 sword pieces and your friends.
I should have known. I must get back to Kane's house.
It's your choice, Kane. Either use your Herodric arts to repair the sword, or your dear Leah dies a horrible death.
All this pain, this destruction. What is the sword to you?
To me, nothing. To my master, Belial, everything.
Uncle!
Your rage is overwhelming, girl. You win this round, but if the sword cannot be mine, I'll claim the one it's bound to. In the end, the blade shall be mine!
Uncle, you can't die.
Nothing can stop that now. But there is one last thing I must do. The sword must be made whole. Just as I suspected, the sword is of the high heavens. The stranger is an angel. Heed the journal. The truth lies within.
Uncle Deckard! If only I could control this power, I could have saved him.
Do not blame yourself. Magda is the one who must pay for Kane's death.
Magda and her master Belial. The journal speaks of an angel falling from the heavens as the shadow rises from the abyss. The stranger is the key to all of this.
I don't know if he's an angel or a man, but the sword will restore his memory.
When my power erupted. I saw into Magda's mind for an instant. She's fled to the highlands. You can reach them through the caves above Wortham. You have to know, she'll be waiting for you.
She can set all of the traps she wants. It won't save her from me.
This damned power I have. Uncle Deckard said it came from my mother. He tried to teach me how to control it using his Horadric training, but it never really helped. He never gave up on me, though. He was a great man.